again. So now we are going to go through the chemistry concept. So we are going to do the electrolysis of dilute sodium chloride. Before we did the electrolysis of molten sodium chloride. So right now we are going to do the electrolysis of dilute sodium chloride. So dilute sodium chloride is now an aqueous solution, which means it's in water now. There is presence of water. So here we are going to have some ions. We are going to have ions from sodium chloride, which means we are going to have the sodium ions and we are going to have the chloride ions. So because now this is an aqueous solution, it means now we are going to have some ions from water. It means we are going to have some ions from water, which are the hydrogen ions, and we are going to have the hydroxide ions. So this means now when we electrolyze, we are going to have some 4 ions depending on sodium chloride and water. So now when electrolysis is going to take place, it means now both the sodium ions and the hydrogen ions, they are going to be attracted to the negative terminal. So now the chloride ions and the hydroxide ions, they are going to be attracted to the positive terminals, which means this one are going to be attracted to the cathode, and these ions, the hydroxide ions and the chloride ions, they are going to be attracted to the anode, which is the positive terminal. So this is what is going to happen. We are going to have the half equations, the half reactions that are going to happen at the cathode and at the anode. Then we are going to have the overall reaction, which is the summary. So now let us go what is going to happen at the cathode. At the cathode, this one, which is the negative terminal. What is going to happen at the cathode is that hydrogen ions are the ones that are going to give a hydrogen gas at the cathode. It means we are going to have hydrogen ions, we are going to have it plus an electron, and is going to give a hydrogen gas. So balancing is the most important thing. Balancing is the most important thing. So if now we have 2 hydrogens, it means we must also have 2 hydrogens here. And when we have 2 hydrogens here, the electrons also, there has got to be 2 electrons. Now this cathode reaction now is balanced. So now the sodium ions, they are going to remain in solution. They are going to remain in solution. And why would the sodium ions remain in solution? It means now when electrolysis is going to take place, because this is a dilute sodium chloride, it means the concentration of hydrogen ions is much higher than the sodium ions. Hence why the sodium ions will remain in solution, and the hydrogen ions are the ones that are going to be attracted to the cathode to give a hydrogen gas. So now we also have what is going to happen at the anode. Now we have what is going to happen at the anode, which is the positive terminal. So here at the anode, we are going to see the hydroxide ions. The hydroxide ions are the ones which are now going to be attracted to the anode, whereas the chlorine ions, the chloride ions are going to remain in solution. So which means we are going to have the hydroxide ions. They are going to be broken up now to give up water and oxygen gas. So it means here our water is a liquid, and here the oxygen is in a gas form, and here also hydrogen is a gas. So now let us balance our equation here, because here we have got 2 hydrogens, here we have got 1, here we have got two oxygens, and here we have got one oxygen. So it means to balance here, to make sure these oxygens are 3 that side, and here we have got one oxygen. We can put 4 here to balance this one, and then we put 2 here. So now our equation is balanced now. We have got 4 hydrogens, we have got 4 hydrogens, we have got 4 oxygens, and now we have got 4 oxygens. So this means here as well, the chloride ions are going to remain in solution. They are going to remain in solution, which means the hydroxide ions are the ones that are going to be given up at the anode to give us water and oxygen gas. So now, let us go through the summary equation and overall reaction that is going to happen during the electrolysis of dilute sodium chloride. So this means an overall reaction. We are going to see water now. Water now is going to be broken to give a hydrogen gas plus oxygen gas. So these are both gases now. So this means this is an overall reaction. And also here we have to balance. Balancing takes place everywhere. So here we have got 2 oxygens. Here we have got 1 oxygen. So it means to balance, we have got to put 2 here. Now we have got 2 oxygens and we have got 2 oxygens. But hydrogens, we have got 4 hydrogens, and here we have got 2 hydrogens. So it means to balance, we have got to put 2 here. So this means now the hydrogens are balanced and the oxygens are balanced. So now, this is what is going to happen when a dilute sodium chloride is being electrolyzed. So it means you should remember the reason why we have 4 types of ions. But at the end of the day, the reason why at the cathode we are going to see hydrogen ions are the ones that are going to be given at the cathode, and sodium ions remain in solution is because the number of hydrogen ions is much more plenty than the sodium ions. Hence why these ones will remain in solution. The same thing applies to here. The hydroxide ions are dominant over the chloride ions. Hence why these ones are going to be given up at the anode, and the chloride ions are going to remain in solution. Guys, here is a small exercise for you to practice at home. Give the half equations and the overall reaction of the electrolysis of dilute aqueous solution of lithium chloride. So remember, the half equations, you show both the anode and the cathode reaction. But before you do that, also please show all the ions that are present in dilute lithium chloride. Thank you very much.